Question 3. How did your production skills develop throughout this project? One way in which I developed my production skills throughout this project was through my use of Photoshop. Before starting my project, I had already acquired a basic knowledge of skills through GCSE media. However, throughout my AS level project, my skills using Photoshop greatly matured, and I was able to refine already pre-existing skills. One way in which I was able to do this was through the use of many YouTube tutorials on Photoshop. First of all, an example of my developed Photoshop skills was through my use of editing text. I utilized many skills when editing text, from basics such as changing the size, font and color, overlay, to more mature skills such as drop shadow, bevel and emboss, etc. I also developed my photography skills throughout my production. Before taking my photos, I took part in a 5-hour photography and film workshop hosted by ELO Productions. In this workshop, I learnt about the general functions and manually controlling exposure utilizing shutter speed, ISO and aperture. Learning how to properly control exposure was extremely important due to the fact that my set was beside a beach, for my photo shoot shows up extremely bright in pictures. This was due to the time of day I was shooting and the light colour of rock and sand. Thus, it was imperative for my photo shoot that it did not rely on auto exposure, and adjusted my exposure to suit to make sure no areas were under or overexposed, and that the photography suited the look I was aiming to achieve. I discovered new skills regarding website creation. For my coursework, I had to create a blog using Weebly. On my blog, jldmedia.weebly.com, the reader can clearly see my process of production. I imported images, bar charts and text written on Microsoft Word. I learned how to do this through an after-school workshop on website production hosted by my media teacher. This helped me navigate my way around the website editor and streamline the process of producing my blog. I also developed my skills and ability working under pressure. For my photo shoot, I was only able to use my models for 1 hour. This meant that time was clearly of the essence. Thus, I planned my photo shoot beforehand. I decided on the different parts of my set I should shoot in, also the different types of brightness I wanted to use and try using, as well as the costume I wanted my models to wear. This project also helped to improve my knowledge of magazine layout and design. I was able to gain this knowledge through both being taught the conventions of a magazine front cover, contents page and article, also the deconstructions of typical indie music magazine front covers, contents page and article further improved my knowledge of the layout and design of a magazine. As well as improving my knowledge of layout, this exercise helped me understand why these conventions are used and the effect intended on the reader. For example, this helped me understand the effect my cell line should have on the reader, and thus helped me significantly when writing my cell lines.